Hello! In today's video, we are going to practice how to form sentences in Korean together. The order and grammar in Korean is quite different, which can be quite confusing at first. I will give you words and sentences in English, and we will practice saying them together in Korean. Try writing the words first in your notebook and also attempt to create sentences on your own before we review them together. In the beginning, it's important to practice forming sentences a lot. However, as you learn more Korean and your skills improve, you will be able to form sentences more naturally and quickly. At that point, instead of practicing how to change sentences from English to Korean, it would be better to expose yourself to a lot of Korean content on YouTube or Netflix. But since this video is for beginners, we will build sentences step by step together. Let's try to make this sentence first. What do you usually do on the weekdays? This is the most common order. First, weekdays. 평일, 평일, and the particle 에 to indicate time or days. Then, usually, 주로 or 보통. After that, what, 뭐, the verb at the end. 해요. 평일에 주로 뭐 해요? 평일에 보통 뭐 해요? We will study together by constructing sentences like this. Now, let's learn today's grammar point and make more sentences applying the grammar. Today, we are going to learn the Korean grammar 호. 호 is used to connect verbs and adjectives in a similar way to the English word and. 고 is used to connect verbs and adjectives in a similar way to the English word and. It's an abbreviation of 그리고, which means and then, or after. For example, to say I read books and sleep, 책 읽고 자요. 책 읽고 자요. Simply put, you remove the 다 ending from the base verb and add 고. There's no need to conjugate the verb, which makes it easier. To say, after studying, I watch dramas, you say 공부하고. 공부하고 드라마 봐요. 공부하고 드라마 봐요. To connect nouns, we have three options. 하고, 이랑, 랑, 와, 화. The difference between 이랑, 랑, and 와, 화 depends on the final consonant 받침. If there is a final consonant, use 이랑 or 와. If there's no final consonant, use 랑 or 화. There's no difference between the three options, so you can use any of them. To connect sentences, we use 그리고, and to connect verbs, we use 고. Here's an example. To say I eat bread and soup, we are connecting two nouns, bread and soup, right? In this case, we have three options. 빵하고 수프 먹어요. 빵이랑 수프 먹어요. 수프랑 빵 먹어요. 빵과 수프 먹어요. 수프와 빵 먹어요. Each phrase is correct. Now, let's start creating sentences using this grammar. After I work, I eat dinner and sleep at 11. First, to work. 일하다, 일하다. For the after part, we can use 고. 일하고, 일하고. and then dinner, 저녁, to eat, 먹다. The part N, we can use 고, 저녁 먹고. Then the time 11, 11시, and we have to use the particle 에 to indicate the time. 11시에. After that, sleep, 자요. 일하고 저녁 먹고 11시에 자요. 일하고 저녁 먹고 11시에 자요. Next one, I exercise on Tuesday and Thursdays. First, the days. Tuesday and Thursday. 화요일, 목요일. Now, we have three ways to connect here. I'm using 하고, 화요일, 하고, 목요일. 화요일, 하고, 목요일. Don't forget the particle 에. The particle 에 to indicate the days. And then exercise. 운동해요. 운동해요. 화요일 하고 목요일에 운동해요. 화요일 하고 목요일에 운동해요. Sometimes I go to a cafe with my friends. Here, we can change the order of sometimes, with friends, and a cafe, depending on what you want to emphasize. I will start with sometimes, 가끔, 가끔, and my friends, 내 친구들, 내 친구들. If you add 들, it becomes plural. 친구 is singular and 친구들 is plural. But keep in mind that Korean often uses the singular form, but plurality can also be implied. Normally, 들 is used to emphasize that it is not just one. The with part comes after friends. 이랑, 친구들, 이랑. Then a cafe, 카페. Don't forget the particle 에 here. 에 is always used when going to a place as is the destination. 카페에. And then go, 가요. 가끔 내 친구들이랑 카페에 가요. Or 내 친구들이랑 가끔 카페에 가요. Or 카페에 가끔 내 친구들이랑 가요. Everything's okay. I wake up at 10 in the morning and take a shower. First, in the morning. 아침, 아침, at 10, 10시. And the particle for time, 에. 아침 10시에 wake up, 일어나다. But here, we have to include and. So, I'm going to change 일어나고, 일어나고, and then shower, 샤워해요. 아침 10시에 일어나고 샤워해요. 아침 10시에 일어나고 샤워해요. After watching TV, I have lunch with my family at home. First, we start with TV. TV and watch is 보다. But we must include after, so TV 보고, TV 보고 Here, we can start with either my family or at home. But more commonly, the place goes first. At home, 집에 or 집에서. 집에서. And then with my family, 우리 가족과 have lunch, 점심 먹어요. TV 보고 집에서 우리 가족과 점심 먹어요. We can also say TV 보고 우리 가족과 집에서 점심 먹어요. After I take a nap on the couch, I call my friend. First, the location, the couch, sofa, and don't forget the particle, 소파에 or 소파에서, 소파에서. Then after I take a nap, 낮잠 자고. Then my friends, 내 친구랑. Here in English, with is implied, but in Korean it needs to be said. 내 친구랑. To call, 전화해요. 소파에서 낮잠 자고 친구랑 전화해요. 소파에서 낮잠 자고 친구랑 전화해요. Last one. At night, I do homework for 2 to 3 hours and watch YouTube. We start with at night. 밤에, and then time. To say 2 to 3 hours, you just have to say numbers 2 and 3 with hours. That's it. 2, 3시간. To indicate the duration of the time, we use 시간. 2, 3시간. And then 4, 동안. 2, 3시간 동안. And then do homework. 숙제하고, right? 숙제하고. YouTube, watch. 유튜브, 봐요. 밤에 2, 3시간 동안 숙제하고 유튜브 봐요. 밤에 2, 3시간 동안 숙제하고 유튜브 봐요. Perfect! Aside from these examples, try to create more sentences using the grammar we learned today. Whenever you learn a new grammar, it's important to create lots of examples until you can use it naturally. In the next class, we will learn different grammar and practice more.